Hey Dub, this is Dave Desai. Today I want to get into V recently leaving for New York on a plane, and some people were definitely worried about him. The recent V and Jennie rumors getting bigger, and some older footage and newer things that are being talked about. So, hater or not, make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on. Grab it down to the T-Spilling Mug merch, and let's get into it. The first thing that we need to talk about is the free Busan BTS concert. HYBE finally decided to talk about this, as everyone has been waiting on the edge of their seat to get more information. It's hard to believe a full-on concert will be free. So people were definitely waiting for an update. So this concert will hold about 10,000 armies at the in-person makeshift venue, and then I think we can all stream it online if we can't make it. It is believed that the concert will be held on October 15th. Whether it will be ticketed or if it will be a first come first serve type of thing that people just walk in, I don't know yet. It's funny that I'm looking at the number 10,000 and I'm like, that's a lot of people. But at the same time, I'm like, that's not enough for everyone. I do want to add, this is all great news. However, yes, the event is free, but of course the only way for an event to be free is if someone pays for it. In this case, it looks like the event is sponsored by the government of Busan. Sort of. The BTS team said that the government is hoping to bid for the World 2030 Expo to be held in Busan. This will obviously drive up tourism and economy, and this will benefit Korea a lot. And this concert is a way for them to bid for the ability to host, to let people who run the expo know that there is this huge capacity available and ability to host the event, and also there will be a big interest from people to have the event here. So this is a very possibly historic and monumental moment for Korea and the world. So in any way you can help or show support the event, either by going or watching on the live stream, it would be great. Not that any of you need me to say that, you're probably dying to go or see it just because it's BTS. But if you're already someone who knows that you can't fly out and you want to live stream it, make sure or make time to stream it while it's live to show your support. Of course, only if you can. I love checking out concerts and BTS performances, so I will definitely be reacting to that on Patreon. I will link my Patreon below if you want to sign up and join me there. But it's very exciting news. I am glad people are talking about this. There has definitely been a lot of commotion online. I felt like this news was overshadowed a bit. People were talking about V and Jennie a lot recently. If you aren't aware, V was spotted at the airport from Korea and flying over to New York. I have to say, the members keep flying from Korea to America. I wonder if it would just be best at this point for HYBE to just open an American headquarters, or have the members get a home in America so they can just stay there and not have to do this trip over and over again, as I am sure these 10+ hour flights have to be very taxing. Also the jet lag. But within the last 24 hours, the news sites all blew up with this speculation that V was going to fly out. News sites did what they normally do on social media and started live streaming them at the airport so that the moment V walks in, it will be captured on camera and we can all see it. Just to give a little backstory, and I promise this is relevant, but airport moments are very important for K-pop idols. Airports are often treated like a runway and is the best way for K-pop artists to show off their looks. If it's during comeback season for them, then what you see like hairstyle or outfits can give you an idea on what is to come for their new music video or their new concept. Oftentimes we will see the outfits of them at the airport before the concept photo for the albums are dropped. And as you may have noticed, the idols' outfits are often not as comfortable as you would imagine someone would want to be being on a 10+ hour flight, meaning they have to change when they get on the flight. Why do all that if the entrance part isn't a quote-unquote show? And yes, sometimes this often gets carried away and way too many people show up at the airport and it's unsafe for the members to walk out the main entrance. But oftentimes, I personally believe news sites and paparazzis are often notified to be at the airport to watch the K-pop idol walk in. And the idols know this. This is why they dress up. For example, Victoria Beckham is known to wear very high heels at the airport. These are often long flights and she would probably sleep on the plane. Why would she wear all that if not for show? The idea that Taeyang is flying to New York could be a way to tease that Taeyang is up to something and maybe working on something. And this is a great way to build up anticipation for it and cause buzz without controversy. This would all be good press or neutral press. But this is just my conspiracy, by the way. Now, I mentioned this because so many people were saying now the press and the people that arrived at the airport to take the pictures or greet Taeyang were all stalkers. And I hate this idea because it's likely less true. Are there stalkers that take it too far and follow Taeyang into the airport and possibly his plane? Absolutely. But you can see in this case, the news reporters and fans were very kind to Taeyang, gave him his space, and did not harass him. You also have to keep in in mind, HYBE has a private jet. The members don't really ever have to make a public appearance at the airport. There's thousands of ways celebrities can keep their appearance at the airport a secret. But I personally do believe the PR team notifies the press when an artist makes an appearance at the airport. So many people were asking HYBE to take legal action on the fans and news reporters that are there, asking how these people know about their appearance, that they must be stalking BTS. The fans probably know from the reporters probably know because they were notified. That's just how the industry works. And a lot of people know this already. If you look at a PR person or publicist's job for a celebrity, contacting paparazzi is often one of the things that they do. If you ever wonder how a celebrity appearance is so widely known ahead of time and it doesn't make sense how anyone would know, that is how. As I said, things can often get out of control. Sometimes like too many people show up and that is not planned and no one hopes for that. Those are, I do believe, big accidents. In this case where V was flying to New York, I think he was safe, and many others saying that HYBE should have removed him or have him leave the airport is not necessary. He was fine and well taken care of. Since the rumors of V and Jennie popped up again yesterday with an alleged backstage photo, people were digging up old things and trying to see if anything would prove that the two are actually dating. V is believed to be going to New York, and it was surprising that it was also announced that within the week, presumably tomorrow, Jennie will be flying out. I don't know if by herself or with her members, and they also believe she is going to be going to New York. Of course, when this was announced, everyone went even more crazy because the timing is just insane. After yesterday's photo, reporters reached out to YG and asked for a statement, and YG gave an interesting one. They basically said that Blackpink's schedule is really tight, and they used it as an opportunity to promote that Blackpink will be at the VMAs. Very smart to kind of push the attention away and promote something else because they know that a lot of people are looking for answers, and while they have those eyeballs, why not promote something Blackpink is doing? People took a photo a while ago where V and Jennie were in Paris. They were not in Paris together as the timing does not line up, but they were in Paris separately and far apart from each other. Fans were saying that Jennie and V were booked at the same hotel. People compared the curtains and balcony to say that they were at the same hotel. And this is kind of when the initial dating rumors had started. And I guess people think that they started dating then, but that makes no sense because they weren't in Paris together. If this was a specific hotel that is known in the industry to have discretion, then it makes sense why the two of the most popular idols would have booked that same hotel. The hotel would make the most sense as a way to not get stalked and have their information leaked. I think Blackpink and V in New York will be a lot of fun to hear about. At this point, I do believe Jennie and V are friends. Dating, probably not, because we haven't seen them kiss or anything. How does any of this prove to be dating? Like, I can just take a picture with a girl and be considered dating them. Even if all the photos are true, none of it proves dating. Even if they kiss, it doesn't prove dating. Y'all know how hard it is to date in 2022, let alone two very busy idols to date. Neither of them would likely be looking for anything serious as they can't maintain it, and it just doesn't matter. I think if they were dating someone, it would be amazing. I think it would be cool to hear them try to focus on themselves a little bit. It's about time. They spent too much time thinking of us. Let them have their moment to enjoy their own life. But what do you think? Do you think the photos are real or photoshopped? I'm still thinking that they're photoshopped. And do you think that they could still be just friends? I definitely do. How do you feel about V at the airport? And do you think there were stalkers there? And what do you think about HYBE finally talking about the free Busan concert? Let me know what you think. Make sure you check out my Patreon for more videos. Link down below. Thanks for this lovely comment right here. Love you. Bye.